story. Tina, I remember her name. So Tina is a nice person, and she's sitting, working, and she wants to buy a couple of gadgets or so and so forth. And she's idle right next, and having phone and just checking it out. And sometime, her friend just influenced, let's check on, in-store and all. So what I'm trying to say is today we are talking about the feature when you go to in-store, that is what exactly we are saying, pointer. Okay, anyway, so that is what we are talking about, you come, you see, and then today there is a digital kiosk, or you can say information system, where you can see and you virtually, move around and you see the dress, so and so forth. You put your iPhone and it will, easy pay will happen, so and so forth, right? All what we are talking about is how we can add feature to make somebody's life easier. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I think juices are digesting or not, right? So see, this is what exactly we follow, and believe me, we also did the same thing, but when actually I went down to Austin and Dallas and some New York area, and actually I had given this prototype kind of thing, and when they did it, I got shocked literally. It means they were literally hated some of the features or some of the things they don't want basically. They are literally saying that, this is absolutely making no sense to us, right? And I realize, or my team realizes, that what we are doing, and then we plot whatever we have learned, and this is what the plot of that graph or experience. There are certain things, yes, it's satisfactory, yes, so let's example, what do I satisfactory? So let's example, I am here and Naveen said that we have a lunch here. So I had a lunch. That's it. Oh, today's lunch. This is not like something. So what I'm trying, you need to understand the parameter satisfactory. It means I can able to do certain task of performance. That's what satisfaction is all about. And there are two extreme tasks: frustration and wow. Any business guys who has or business dealing people, sales people or C executive, they want to differentiate their company and so forth, they will always ask for that wow factor. I need wow factor. But the problem is, first we need to understand which are those points that is creating the frustration experience, and we need to solve that first problem, right? How to explain them, I will come to that. First of all, we need to figure it out as a designer, what are the things we need to do that. And that is where I have developed this approach called hygiene practices. What do you mean by that? Whenever you deal with any domain or verticals, there are certain interaction patterns, certain behavioral patterns, there are certain micro patterns and so forth, or usability principles that is working well. The user are easily able to recognize it, as well as they are easily able to use our things, satisfactory level. So those are nothing but it's a hygiene factor. How can I bring this hygiene factor to reduce the frustration experience to a satisfactory experience? Are we with me? Are you all with me? I am not going too fast, too slow. It's very important, because the exercise what you will do, believe me, you need to wake up your eyes and brain also. Believe me, I'll tell you. Okay, so because I was talking about the retail experience, let me explain you what do my hygiene experience. So people say search, I will have a this search or that search. See, it's a classifications, but essentially what we require is a search box that allows us to quick search. That could be contextual search, based on your preferences search, based on generic search, based on the department, so and so forth. So this is a broad category perspective, hygiene practices. Another thing is promotion. Marketing people, they love about this. They want to promote their services, they want to promote their products and so forth. This is very, very important in that scenario. Also, it also shows the kind of credibility what you have, right? The kind of retail platform or type you have. This is one of the things. So this is one could be the hygiene factor. Another thing is, I am putting here an example is loading within 10 seconds. Or let me put in this a notification factor. Notification factor, let's say example, if I'm loading, if I say 10 seconds, it makes sense. But if I say 10 seconds as well as the percentage, it will make more sense. Right? Somebody, Jen was talking about, when you have an error on page, you give, oops, sorry. Please wait. So those kind of thing is nothing but it's what? It's an interaction pattern or something that helps in retail right now. This all are right now, not tomorrow, not past. This is right now what's happening. Another thing is product details, reviews, so and so forth. So you can declassify in a lot of ways, saying product details with 3D image, 2D image, image coming from top, coming from down, so and so forth. And we should have a certified buyer, some buyer information, contact number, so and so forth. That's the classification, deep classification. But overall, it's all about how you are putting your product details in terms of trust building, right? This is exercise of building a credibility of your interactions, right, or a content. So that is all top about. Another major things what I have found out in United States is, we are lucky in India because we have always, most of the time, shipping is free. United States is not like that, and the shipping time could be 10 to 15 working days too. So this is one of the major challenge in United States, and that is the reason, if Amazon is trying to copy the shipping model of India to the United States because of the same issue. They need exactly when I can get this product, when I can deliver it, or if not, then where can I pick from your warehouse. People are ready to pick from the FedEx and so forth warehouses, so that is one of the thing. And the discount offer, it could be a Black Friday or Labor Day or so and so forth. Everybody is interested in saving some bucks, right? Nothing wrong. So what I'm trying to say is, we have identified these hygiene elements. There are more also, but I'm just trying to give you an overall idea. And based on that, we have applied those hygiene elements, and we have actually created a satisfactory thing. What does it mean? After that, the user can perform the task very optimally and without any headache. There is no negative experience about that, right? So all those kind of things. But remain the challenge. What my friend says, everybody wants wow. Correct? How to do that? Right? Everybody expects, I need world class. If you are sitting here and people says ki I want next Google, product from you only. Correct? Or next Facebook social media platform from you only. Correct? What does it mean? Nobody knows so far. It's just, keeping your, the fox story, right? Keeping that grapes so high, you keep on jumping. Correct? Remember the school days, the fox story? That's what I'm talking about. So can we define those things? And that is what the approach is all about. I want you to define this wow factor. So the most important thing is all about, now the picture comes something called innovation. Innovation is not about how do I invent or how do I add more features. Innovation is about very simple methodological way. What Gerard says, how you can rearrange your interaction pattern of behaviors, content, and so grid and so forth to make a meaningful value proposition for your stakeholder and end customer. We need to understand very clearly this. We are not in the business of invention. We are a user experience. We need to, if you want to make it wow, then we need to focus on innovation, and that you can achieve by these two only. And over a period of time, I made a lot of failures to do this, by the way, and my team too. But then over a period of time, what is working with us, that is what I want to showcase, is this delight. Delight, it not in terms of only, you can say, I want to add a feature. It is about how you are giving a behavioral pattern to certain human senses. So let me give you one of the simple example of Facebook Messenger. When Facebook Messenger relaunched a new thing, they have a chat window. Just come stop on your home screen, the main screen here, right? And when you tap, it's opening. And when you want to close, so what does it mean? So the same chat window was there also in Messenger previously, but how they giving the behavior to that element, right? So that is what the most important thing we have focus. There are small things. This could be gamification. This could be how we are trying to brought a certain kind of motion related ideas of physical inspiration to virtual inspiration, right? This example, the kind of yo-yo we used to play, how we can bring that physical inspiration to the real world. And when you talk these things to your executives, they will understand, because it's much more relatable. Rather than we say, very open-ended thing ki we need there is a user experience requirement, there's an involvement required, we need to identify and so on and so forth. Rather than give some clues to them so that they can relate. Oh, you're talking about this. Okay, how much time do you require? Then they will ask you question, right? So what I'm trying to say is you need to put your design communication in a very persuasive, the reasoning methodology. So it is very, very important, As I remember, after me, Parag Trivedi is there. So his uncle is a professor in IDC. He used to tell very clearly, as a designer, if you cannot able to communicate your thought and need to your stakeholders, then what you will do? This is exactly what I'm trying to say, This is one of the most important thing what I have figured it out, and it is giving us a lot of good results. And second thing is we need to define or we need to redefine a story itself. And it takes time. I'm not saying it will be overnight. It takes time. But how you can do this? I'll give you right away the example. And this is the same thing I am expecting in a workshop also. So let me show you this first. How many people are aware of Blockbuster.com, Blockbuster, Netflix? Anybody? Okay, at least 3-4 people, right? Blockbuster is what used to do? Can anybody say?
Rental videos.
Rental videos. What Netflix is doing?
Online streaming of movies.
Right? What is the difference? Ultimately, when you want the movies, I'm giving you the movies. Either on a rented CD or online in your internet, right? The objective of both the company is I want to give a video or CD on a rent base to my end customer. But the way they define the business model, the way they define customer experience made Blockbuster bankrupt and Netflix bank rich. You understand what I'm trying to say? Redefine your story. Redefine the way you want to build your experience. Not only in terms of superficial, but user experience also has to be part of the business strategy. And if you can make this understand with the example, it makes a lot of sense. Another one of the wonderful example, about Crutchfield and Best Buy. Everybody is aware of Crutchfield. Anybody explored Crutchfield in United States? Any point of time? Okay, let me give you. So this is what my personal example is. My cousin brother is very fond of buying gadgets. And I had given certain money, on his birthday. And he said, I said, you buy this camera, I'll pay you. And believe me, the same Sony camera was costing somewhere around $150, but I paid $250 for that same camera. Why? That's what I'm portraying the example. When you go in any retail store, how they have redefined the experience. When you go to Walmart, Best Buy, or Flipkart, so and so forth, they will put all those things, product details, images, certifications, rating, reviews, so and so forth. Some of the companies also are engaging some kind of experts also, right? What Crutchfield is doing different or innovative in that sense? What they are doing is, this is my employees and I had given this camera, all whatever the gadgets to them. You explore and they come back with their mature, immature, amateur, whatever the thing, with experience, and they portray the story. People read that story and people are buying from the Crutchfield. At the same time, you spend 1 hour on Best Buy and you spend 1 hour on Crutchfield, you end up buying more on Crutchfield. Can you imagine? Right? Same thing, you will find on Crutchfield product details, specs, what is the size, what is the battery, ratings, reviews, everything. Even in couple of things what they have engaged is, they have brought some of the experts of that that area, and they come and they used to say, this is what I liked about this in terms of example. Right? What I'm trying to, they have redefined the content itself. They brought a story in e-commerce, and that's why they are successful. My question is, story is not an invention, correct? But how we utilize as a designer, it makes a lot of sense. This is one of the wonderful example of Crutchfield. Now let me ask you, this is the question for all of you. What WhatsApp is doing?
It's still like taking the Yahoo No,
let's not get into that. Let me talk about very specific, aspect of interactions I am talking about.
Replaced SMS and MMS.
Okay. Basically, okay, let me put in this, let me help you out. It allows you to do texting. Correct? It allows you to send an image or a video and so and so, or map or something. Even Yahoo Messenger, when I was in IIT, even I used to go to the Harish, Y point, I used to tell my friends, status message change at Y point. And people will understand that he's at a Harish restaurant. I don't know how many people are aware about IIT Bombay and surroundings. So, it's very simple, right? Even somebody used to send me image also on Messenger, but how do I access, how I used to access, or how you have accessed those images? You go to this particular download folder and you access those images. Now just imagine what WhatsApp is doing. Texting, that is an image. Do you need to go to folder of Google Photos or something? You see it right there. So what, did they invented something new? Did they invented something new? Some different parameters or interaction patterns? No, rather than text, I will bring a Foxonomy, something like that. Did they did that? No. Then why it got sold at $19 million? Because very simple reason. It's called monthly average active user. And why it got that? Because WhatsApp redefined the interaction of texting, image, using your smartphones. They are also on a website, but using your smartphones. So it is not about key mobile apps is the better thing to do. No, it is how you are enabling your devices or connected digital world, right? This is what I want to understand. This is what I want to talk about. So I hope I made some sense in terms of how to bring wow factor by bringing delight and redefine the story itself, right?
Another thing which WhatsApp did was that you can chat on numbers, whereas Messenger you had to have a Yahoo email.
No, that's a parameter. See, that's a parameter. That parameter could be changed also, right? So that's the integrity of this, how they want to define the functionality. But what I'm trying to say is, essentially, I am interested to send a text to my friend, or write this video to my friend. What it allows me is the instant connection, right? That is what is all about, right? So what I'm trying to say is, I want to give you a kind of thing, and that's how we bring this, that wow factor. But the problem is, once you achieve this wow factor, within no matter of time, it becomes okay. I'm not that. So now nobody talks about the hype that much, or so many Kia and video WeChat and so on and so forth, right? Why? It's acceptable now. So it's become hygiene. You understand what I'm saying? Why I'm bringing this hygiene point again? But today's hygiene will tomorrow's frustration. And today's, if you bring that wow factor now, it can become a tomorrow's satisfactory or hygiene. You understand what I'm trying to say? That is the reason innovation is not to do with only one kind of action. Innovation, you need to reiterate it. Let me give you one of the wonderful example. I really liked it. One of the product of Intuit. In the United States, once you get this tax credit, you need to fill up the form called 401k, similar like here, Saral, or ITR 4 or 5. So what they do is, once you get this credit note, you just scan this with OCR technology, and it automatically fills up your data in a form, and just matter of this, you see it, and you are done. Just sign it and done. My point is, Intuit never invented this technology called OCR. Intuit never invented this technology for how it can read this to fill up the forms, right? It never invented any parameters of United States government, right? These are the fields and these are the parameters, they have nothing, they have never invented anything. It is, they have rearranged the technology, they have rearranged the expectations of the end user, and they build the right product. And that's why it's become an innovative product, right? I'm talking about one of the such product, right? The same thing. You think about this, the iPod also. There are so many products are better than iPod. I personally use the Microsoft Zoom and so on and so forth. But why I still love my iPod? Believe me, the capacity is higher. The interaction is much more. Even the ScanDisk MP3 player also has the better interactions. For iPod, I need iTunes. Windows, as simple as you just put it and done. Still, iPod is winning today also. What is the reason? They have never invented any MP4. They have never invented any sound thing. They have rearranged the human emotions. So this is what I want to bring this point. We need to focus on we need to influence